Welcome to the December 16th, 2025 City of LaPorte Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. Let's begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Zach Caney, lead us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Member Romine will be on her way. Roll call.
Member Romine is not present yet. Mayor Dermody,
Present.
Member Kosher,
Here.
2 present, 1 absent for now.
Approval of December 2nd, 2025 meeting minutes. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Public comment, I do not have any public comment cards and nothing appears online. So let's move to clerk treasurer claims approval.
Okay, we have a medical shared savings payroll for $1,614.75. If you remember, the Board of Works approved some contracted medical with Hendricks out of Indianapolis, or, yeah. So this is part, one of our employees took advantage of that, and this is
Excellent.
their payback for that.
And the individual seems very healthy and appreciated the experience.
Happy, healthy, it was a wonderful experience.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. And remember, this is where the individual had surgery and was paid to have surgery down at Hendricks.
It did. This was the employee's portion of it. It saved the city. And if you remember, this is one of the top orthopedic surgery facilities in Indiana, number one. Number two, it saved the city approximately $35,000. So,
Excellent.
okay, we've got civil city payroll from 12/5/2025 in the amount of $545,068.93.
I move we approve the civil city payroll.
Second. Discussion. Can I also add that member Romine is now in attendance?
Yes, thank you.
Here, present. Didn't you start early? I think you did.
Yes, of course.
He actually did bang the gavel a little early, a few seconds.
Thank you, Mayor.
Motion and a second?
Yes.
We already got it.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Thank you. We have civil city claims for $752,087.08.
I move we approve the civil city claims.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Sewage claims in the amount of $795,444.26.
I move we approve the sewage claims.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
And water claims in the amount of $307,301.62.
I move we approve the water claims.
Second.
Discussion.
Hey, Mayor, can I make a comment?
Please, Mr.
I
Kosher.
just kind of share, because I think a lot of people probably see us zip through all these various claims. And so we get these emailed to us in advance, so we can kind of peruse what's on them, review, and, I mean, it's not uncommon for probably for us to either ask the mayor, or I email Courtney with questions. So just as an FYI, we do take a look at this information. It's not just like we're just rubber stamping stuff to zip right through. So just thought I'd share that.
Thank you.
Good point.
So,
There's a motion and a second.
Motion and a second, yes.
discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Along with the claims approval process, I'm just asking the board's approval to continue to pay claims from 2025 budgets through 12/31/25 if there are appropriations available.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Citizen refund request. We wanted to make sure you were here for this.
Oh, goody.
E-Man will come up. He's our office manager.
Emmanuel.
In utility billing. Sorry, we call him E-Man. E-Man.
E-Man is here in the house.
Good morning, Board. So we had the owner of 4 parcels come in last week, 240, 242, 244 Pine Lake, and 311 Willow. The homes were demolished
we're taking into account about 2020, they were torn down. The meters were pulled between 2018 and 2019, but the suspended billing still occurred, as does without water and wastewater services. The owner paid the bills on time through last week, and came in and asked why he was being charged for these services. So went back and again, we had no record of the homes being torn down, so we continued with those suspended bills until this current billing period.
So recommendation from your perspective?
The last claim was for 1 year, so 1 year of services before you, $1,004.20 in garbage, $103.32 in public fire, $24 in street maintenance, and the stormwater total is less the $1.81 for stormwater unimproved. That should have been the billing that was occurring since the homes were torn down.
So suggesting a credit for 1 year?
1 year, correct.
Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion for refund.
Second.
Discussion.
Can I note that before we had OpenGov, none of our departments or the activity that happens in each department was easily, I guess, viewable, transparent to other departments. So OpenGov, we've had OpenGov for how long now? 3 years?
Shortly after that, yeah.
Yep, about 3 years, and so these things that we've been bringing before you are pre-OpenGov. Now, you don't have to wait for a person to call you and tell you that there's something that happened at a specific property. It's all in OpenGov now, so that should alleviate issues like this.
So I do have a motion and a second. Further comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, E-Man. Department head report, Jess Spoljaric, Communications. Tim Warner, Water.
I do have a item on the agenda, but I just wanted to remind the public we are in winter temperatures. Make sure you protect open drafts against, water pipes on the exterior walls. We're not to the point where we need to run water yet, but I just want to make sure everybody's preparing for that. Disconnect your hose bibs, and the cold weather's here, and we're always able to respond to those, but it's not something we like doing because it's property damage to someone's basement or something. So I just wanted to give everybody a reminder, we are in that season. Protect your water lines. Thank you.
Bert Cook just asked me last night, when's winter gonna hit, Jerry Jackson, wastewater.
No report
Nick
today.
Middick, engineering.
No report.
Courtney Parthun, clerk.
No report.
Rachel Doty, legal.
Nothing.
Jeff Batchelor, code.
Yeah, I just kind of want to remind the citizens of LaPorte that it's their job to take and do their sidewalks. It's not the city's job to come and do the whole city and take care of the sidewalks. So we are going around and ticketing people for not doing that. And then also, we're on letters and numbers with the leaves, doing that over there. And then the stop sign and barricades on Fox and Kingsbury, they'll be up today.
And the stop sign.
Yes.
And also, if there are seniors that have struggle shoveling the sidewalk, contact you because we can connect them with individuals that some are offering to do it at no cost.
Yes.
Chief Drangmeister,
No report.
Chief Snyder,
Seen this morning.
Roscoe Huffman,
Nothing to report today, Mr. Mayor.
Bert Cook, Economic Development. No report. Would you like to just come forward and speak to Briarleaf last evening to give an update to our members? Thank you.
Can I change my answer to that question? No, Bert Cook, Executive Director of the LaPorte Economic Advancement Partnership. So the update the mayor is referencing, last week we had Plan Commission and the Board of Zoning Appeals, which heard requests for a zoning change and variances associated with Lennar purchasing the Briarleaf Golf Course and potentially building a 296 unit subdivision. So the Plan Commission made a unanimous favorable recommendation to the City Council to make that zoning change from R1B, Craig, to R1D, is that correct? I think that's right. And then the City Council considered that recommendation last night and heard first reading, because it is an ordinance, so first reading was last night. They will potentially vote on that change at the January 5th meeting, so coming up. So I know a lot of discussion about that project. There were a number of residents from Tiffany Woods, from the Briarley Villas and Sharmar Hills have been participating in discussions for about the last 3 months or so, but have attended those Plan Commission meetings, the Board of Zoning Appeals, and then the City Council meeting. A lot of good questions, a lot of good discussion. Appreciate the fact that Lennar has taken those neighbors into account. They've made a number of adjustments to their site plans to maybe help better mesh with the existing neighborhoods that are there. And looking forward to seeing that project move forward.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Craig Phillips, plan. And if you'd like to come forward and tell us about Thursday, that'd be great. Thank you, and let the public know about affordable workforce housing.
I'll do that. All right. We have a public hearing at the Board of Zoning Appeals meeting at 6 p.m. here in the council chambers on Thursday. The project is the Advanix Lake Point project, which will ultimately provide 42 combination of single-family cottage and townhouse units for workforce housing for our community. We received tax credits from the state in partnership with Advanix on that project, and so these are the steps necessary to move on to the next stage of that project on the 3 sites that are proposed for it. So encourage the public to come out and
Since day one in
Share their
2020,
thoughts.
people talked about affordable housing, workforce housing, so, thank you.
yep.
Andrea Smith? Mark Schreiber, Park.
Start sitting closer to the podium. Just want to remind everybody, the ice rink is open, the downtown LaPorte ice rink at State and Monroe. Had almost 100 skaters last Friday, which I thought was pretty great considering a little chilly. But we'll be back open this weekend. We have free skate Friday, then buy one, get one skate Sunday. And then we'll have open hours throughout Christmas break. So I encourage everybody to check out laporteparkandrec.com. We encourage people to register in advance. And just a great way to get out and spend some time with the family. Good winter activity downtown. And then we've got a really amazing Christmas show, the Christmas Wizards, on Friday night at the Civic Auditorium. They're a tribute to the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, mix in some really great classic rock. But it's really a family show. So we have the right pricing. Balcony seats are $15 for adults, $10 for 13 and under. We still have some floor options available starting at $20 per person. So would encourage people to get those tickets as well. It's turned into a really great holiday tradition at the Civic, and I would just really love to see a great crowd out there on Friday.
May I also add the unbelievable work that Mr. Schreiber did to bring Ed and Karen Bowers back to the table after an investment in a lodge was not going to work. Mark Schreiber and Mark Schreiber alone, along with attorney Dave Sarugo, who was Ed and Karen Bowers' attorney, did a fabulous job to find an investment that the Bowers were proud of and putting funding towards a future improvements for the Civic and something that'll be there for a long time. So thank you to the Bowers, but as well, none of this happens if it wasn't for your great work.
Well, I appreciate that, but the Park Foundation obviously deserves a great amount of credit. Dale Parkinson, their treasurer, did a lot of back and forth with Attorney Sarugo, so it was a team effort. And first and foremost, though, it was the Bowers having the passion to want to give their money to a city cause. They love LaPorte. They're great LaPortians, although they just headed back to Florida for their snowbirding days. But before they left, and they held out all the way through the Pops concert on Saturday, we had a great announcement. $500,000 initial investment, which is huge. There'll be more money to come down the line, but this is a lead gift. It's meant to be the first of many. We hope the community has the Civic in their hearts and they want to give to this because this will help us with future operations, construction, maintenance, everything that a nearly 100-year-old facility is going to need, the tender care. And it's given so much to our community. It'd be great to see the community start giving back to the Civic. So thank you for that. But it really was Ed and Karen Bowers' night and very well deserved.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's particularly cool, right? You've got the Fox family that built the Civic Auditorium, and now an additional family legacy to kind of help maintain it for, hopefully another 100 years.
Excellent. Before we move to the Chief Snyder, Mr. Ambers is here, and I know time is money for attorneys. So could we first consider pulling off the tabled item, which isn't on here, but Mr. Otis?
Hey, it's on there. It's at the, Shady Grove is at the bottom.
Oh, I apologize, I can't read, my eyes are. So we do have a tabled item as 11/18/2025, Shady Grove Mobile Home Park Sewer Capacity Letter.
You need a motion to take it off the table.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to remove it from the table.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. So now do we want to explain that first?
Well, so it's off the table, so it's up for discussion. I admittedly, when I talked to, or emailed with Mr. Ambers yesterday, couldn't remember exactly why you had tabled it. I think you just had some questions that you wanted answered. Just, Jerry can probably do a better background explanation, but Shady Grove had an agreement, I believe, with 39 North before we purchased the assets of 39 North. And I don't want to get into pointing fingers, but from our perspective, what 39 North had promised, I don't think we thought could be delivered on. And we're trying to find a compromise on that. Mr. Ambers' client owns property way at the north end of 39 North, I think onto Highway 20, wants to develop it and needs capacity. So I think that's the topic that we had. And I think Mr. Ambers had, when I spoke with him, I don't remember what day now, some questions about what our future plans were for the development as well up in that area. So,
Well,
and I will say, the mayor must like Mr. Ambers more because he never moves my items up to the front of the agenda. So,
Well, I'll tell you also, with the state being involved, with not Shady Grove, but
well,
the other mobile home park,
I don't know the name of that other.
Spring Hill.
Spring Hill, which has an owner that should never own another mobile home park, mobile home, anything ever again. And the state's been involved to see, we've also been holding off to see what the state wants to do because they've shown interest in trying to solve the issue there. And I think our whole goal, before Mr. Ambers goes, is Jerry was to try to get the developers together to sit down and say, hey, what's your plan? Can we be helpful to move something forward? And then look at the big picture as a part of the state as well with Spring Hill.
And if sorry, I'm going to interject here because Mr. Ambers was here last week for the Plan Commission for another client regarding Briarleaf and had brought up this issue.
Oh, I forgot about that. Let's move them back down to the bottom.
But he brought up some points that I think should be addressed. The issue, and I think Jerry, again, can probably explain it better than I can. The issue is kind of is throttled up way on the north end of 39 North. And so as we talk about the development of Briarleaf, that's a different issue completely than I think what we're facing here. And the city is looking at what solutions it can offer, but valid points he was raising, and I think we can discuss those today, so.
Well, and I think the county's involved, the state's involved, and, everybody's coming to us to say, what can we do? And we just thought it'd be good to meet with the developers to say, what is your goal? What do you want to accomplish? We know there's some development that the county's interested in. So, Dave, thank you for coming if you want to share thoughts and frustrations and concerns.
Well, I appreciate being invited, but to the skating rink, last week my secretary tried to dog me into going ice skating, and then I advised her of how good of an ice skater I was in my youth, but I'm way too old for that now. I appreciate you letting me speak today. Mr. Jackson, Mr. Otis have been wonderful to work with. They've always taken my calls, they've always answered my questions, and I commend both of them. Problem is, I have a client that before the city took over 39 North Conservancy District, invested over $300,000 in that sewer system for his mobile home park, the good one, not the bad one. Let's make sure we're clear.
Which is further east than,
Correct.
okay.
And he also owns property there that he has two potential buyers to do commercial development. The line was originally designed to provide approximately 82 gallons per minute. The 39 North Conservancy District promised that flow. Then the city took over, and we have an issue with what I consider a way undersized force main. That force main out there is 3 inches. My ex-wife and I developed subdivision on I Street 30 years ago, and we had to put in a much larger sewer line for a dozen houses. The November 13th letter that Mr. Jackson provided to you, which we all assumed was going to be approved, only requested 33 gallons per minute for the present time to get the mobile home permit from the state for the sewer system. My client has already lost one buyer for that mobile home park because of the delay, and I'm not blaming anybody. He's at risk of losing 2 more commercial buyers if we don't get this done. In addition, kind of a backfill on the problem that Mr. Jackson and I have discussed substantially is there appears to be a restriction in that 3-inch force main. Mr. Jackson was kind enough to go out and make some improvements to what's called the Springville lift station, change some of the connections and engineering from the way my client's engineer originally designed it, and 39 North's engineer, and that did increase our flow, which enabled Mr. Jackson, I believe, to be able to write this letter for my client to submit to the state of Indiana. Mr. Jackson and I have discussed a procedure called pigging, which could possibly take out that restriction and increase the flow. I'd like to see a schedule for that, and obviously, we need you to at least consent to this 33 gallons per minute so my client can continue to proceed with IDEM to get the permit for the mobile home park. They, based on this taking so long, denied his previous permit request, and now Mr. Hendricks has to start all over with the IDEM permitting process because this has taken so long to address. And quite frankly, my client's elderly, his health isn't good, and he's mad as hell. So we gotta do something before we wind up in another building. So please, do what you can to approve this request so we can get the permit from IDEM, hopefully, and let's work together to get the pigging going, to see what flow we have, and then what needs to be done after that, and hopefully we can avoid changing out that whole lift station, which I think Mr. Jackson said that's gonna be like over $200,000, isn't it?
Correct.
Because the 33 gallons, is that enough for the mobile home?
It's not what they requested, but it's what
Right.
we can provide.
It doesn't give him the number of lots he would like, which obviously would then increase the value of the park. But right now, he needs to do something, and so he's not happy with the 33, but it gets him by for the present time until we can somehow find a way to address this situation and increase the overall flow.
What happens to the homes that he can't provide for? Because there's what, 16 out there? I
Well, he
forget.
wants 60, he wants approval for 60, but, and we're trying to get to that. I don't know, I haven't asked him what happens if he doesn't get that number, what the alternative is.
I mean, if he only gets, if we approve the 33, does that provide for all the current homes?
I believe it does, based on Mr. Hendricks' calculations.
Right now, there's very few homes on there. I know he's redone plumbing and he's, kind of starting from scratch with the trailer park.
Yeah.
So I think it's a question of how far he takes it as far as building new.
Based on flow.
But the homes that are there will be covered.
Yes.
What is the flow currently?
They're not connected to the, well, There's a pipe, but I don't think they've connected any
They
individual
they can't
trailers.
until they get that state permit, and we can't get the state permit till we get this. And like I say, now we've had to start all over with the permitting process, and, you know, the state doesn't usually move too quickly, so.
I feel bad for Shady Grove because they negotiated in good faith with 39 North, paid a substantial sum in and built a lift station and some sewer system and didn't get what they paid for. This at least gives them a chance to get going. We can invest, pigging is something we're trying to figure out now. There's no local contractor who does that kind of work for small force mains, and we're trying to figure out how to do it. But we need to continue working. There's a need for sewer in Springville area, and there's an interest in development. So we need to keep moving and get our system upgraded to where we can support the development.
So the current homes, are they on septic?
I believe so.
Okay.
So what will the cost be to us, to the city, to make this happen, to get to 33 gallons per minute?
Right
Nothing
now,
right now.
we've got that covered. There's
We've
no
got
additional-
that capacity, yeah, and I
there's no
think what
additional
Mr.
cost.
Ambers is asking then is good faith of continue to figure out how we could serve more in the future, yeah.
But
Okay.
thanks to Mr. Jackson, we can get to 33 by the changes that he made to the connections, the way it was designed within the lift station, that it bumped the flow quite a bit to enable him to write this letter, and I commend him for that, because otherwise, it was a no-go, and the work that he did got us to this 33 with a little buffer, I believe.
Yes.
Not knowing your owner, hearing good things about him, but dealing with enough mobile home park owners, I would say if you want to approve the letter, it has to be on the basis that all mobile homes in this park have to be met with wastewater. Is that a fair way to put it?
Connected to the system?
Must be connected to the
Requiring
system.
all to connect.
Yeah.
Right.
And I believe, isn't all that infrastructure in? He just needs to tie it all together?
I know he built the lift station, he extended sewer into the trailer park. I'm not sure how far he's gone inside the park.
I'll have to confirm that, but
Because I have a feeling we'll be back based on this, but I'd rather be back more
Well, I think,
proactively to come up how we all can work together.
Right.
I think there's they're analyzing, the engineers over there, of how to service, not just them, but everybody up in that area, right? We've had meetings with other business owners, the gas station up there, and so, that have some interest in
The sheet metal shop.
A&A sheet,
Yes.
right, so.
why that was ever a 3-inch line, it was believed it was a 4-inch line, but when Jerry told me it was a 3-inch line, I about fell out of my chair with the amount of vacant land up there. Why that ever happened, I don't know, but
So I do have a motion and a second.
No.
Do I have a motion to approve
Well, we don't
based
have it.
on meeting the mobile home requirements of families or homes that are being served?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
So just like long-term, well, number one, the pigging, like what would that cost?
Right.
I don't have a number for that yet because I haven't found a contractor who does it. We're contemplating figuring it out in-house. We have a bunch of lift stations, perhaps that might be a useful skill for us.
Okay. And that could bump up from the 33?
It could, I don't take it
No.
going a long ways. You can run the math and say, we ought to gain something.
Okay.
Um, but-
So long-term then, with that 3-inch main, I mean, what's the long-term plan, kind of from what you've seen so far?
Larger force main, probably a larger lift station, because there's a lot to serve there. We're not just talking about Shady Grove, you know, if we're gonna build something, we gotta build for the
Yeah,
area.
okay.
Where does that, I'm using the term throttled, but where does it go down to a 3-inch? Is that by the A&A sheet metal? Is that where that's at?
Yes, the
Okay.
pump station's right there adjacent.
And you'll begin the pigging?
Well,
As soon as I can get it, figure out what we're doing.
if that makes sense, because, again, I think we're not looking just to serve them, but like
Right.
serve the whole area. It may make sense to do something different. So,
Yeah, I think in the short run, pigging is a maintenance thing that we would try to get going. In the long run, it's new force main, new lift station.
How big is the main, for example, down 39 North?
8-inch.
Okay, yeah.
where
Further
does it
comments?
convert to the 3, Jerry? Where does it convert to the 3-inch line?
It's 3-inch from the lift station there. The we call it 5100, because that
Right,
5100 State Road 39 North is the address, from there up to the toll road. It's about a mile.
And we will serve just city residents.
No, this is not
In this case, it's our infrastructure, but that's not city.
Yeah,
So we'll have to address that.
right.
Right, there, I think my letter does address that, I think it's.
That the waiver
states-
of annexation is,
Right.
Correct.
Oh, so that's
is on there, so that's not a problem for your owner with the waiver.
I can get with you, Dave, on.
I don't see it in your letter, Jerry.
Yeah, third paragraph down, additionally, a signed and notarized waiver of annexation protest must be
I'll get with
submitted
you on
for
that, Mr.
discharge.
To make sure that's signed, so we can serve city residents only.
Or right, or the.
Correct.
Correct, yep.
And this is one of many contracts that 39 North wasn't presented to us during some of the process of taking over those infrastructures. There's several with water, and this is one with sewer. So these weren't on our radar when they were supposed to present their contracts or agreements to us. I just want to make sure the board was clear.
Merry
about that.
Christmas. Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, folks. Thank you.
New business, Chief Snyder.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, a couple of items in one right there that we're going to address. First is kind of an item of sadness that I bring before the board. The mayor and I received a letter of resignation from his position by Assistant Chief Burke earlier, about a month ago, I think it was. And so I would ask that the board address that first, that Kelly has come into the assistant chief's position when Mayor Dermody took over 6 years ago. He has done an outstanding job. We have set high expectations when he took that position, and he exceeded everything that we could have hoped for. He just is looking to take a step back right now. He is not leaving the department, so that is very beneficial and very appreciative on our part. He will still be part of our team. He's just going to take a step back into a battalion chief spot, which is his merited rank. Kelly's been responsible for moving the department forward on many fronts. He's been very instrumental in our training facility that's been built out there, as well as a lot of things on technology, bringing our scheduling system up into the 21st century, which we were quite far behind on. Again, I can keep going on, but that is the item that I'm sad to bring before you.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, Mr. Burke, Assistant Chief Burke, if you could come forward, please. Kelly, thank you for your service as Assistant Chief, and I'll tell you what, Kelly's leadership really stood tall when the fire out at the fairgrounds. Amazing job, and it could have been a lot worse if it wasn't for your leadership and your team's leadership and everybody working together from the county, the city, everywhere, townships, just private business, but it all started with you. And that's something not only this board, but the community is thankful of. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, well, with that,
Thank you.
do you have a new announcement, Chief?
I do. So the assistant chief's position is a mayoral appointment, and so when this was brought, that Kelly was going to step back from the position, the mayor met with all three shifts and indicated that he was open to selecting from within the department, and he would go about an interview process, which was organized, put together, and several very qualified candidates put their name in for it. We were able to, I was part of the committee, and we were able to put them over the grill, I guess I would say, and they all shined through. One shined above and beyond, and so on the mayor's permission, I would like to announce that Captain Zach Caney was chosen to replace Kelly Burke as the assistant chief, effective January 2nd. Because that is when Kelly's will be stepping down from the position. Zach is, like I mentioned, currently a captain on the department. He's part of our dive team, part of the pension board. He was previous training chief. He is one of our nationally certified arson investigators. So he brings a amazing resume to the position as well as a lot of energy. So we are looking forward to bringing him into the fold and, you know, molding him for the future.
So before we bring Zach up, first of all, we do have a motion and a second on the resignation letter. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resignation accepted. Will you be swearing him in at the Board of Works meeting in January?
Yes, since,
So we'll hold off on all the pomp and circumstance till then. But Zach, come forward. Congratulations. I thought, Courtney Parthun, Andrea Smith, and myself, and Allison,
yeah.
I almost
So-
said Crowback, but
Allison
Allison
Zoll,
Zoll, who all sat in on the interview. We're all very impressed, and we know you have a lot of work to do, but we are very excited to see you move forward into the Assistant Chief Leadership position.
Yes, sir. I want to thank you, Chief Snyder, the whole interview board, for this opportunity. I look forward to it. I really want to thank my family and my children. Daughter can't be here. It's her finals week at her first year at school, so, but I'm
Please
really
introduce your family.
Oh, yeah, so this is my wife Erica, middle son Asher, youngest son Bo, oldest boy Levi, and oldest daughter Nora. She's at Butler right now. She can't make it. And then behind them is my mother. I'm going to start crying, sorry. My mother, Carla, and my retired LaPorte firefighter captain, Rob Caney. So I'm going to do everything I can, given every opportunity and every challenge, to provide the best for the department, the city, and the citizens we protect. And I look forward to every single day I'll show up to work.
Mayor.
Well-deserved congratulations.
Zach Caney is a 2001 LaPorte grad like Nick Minnick and I. One of the things that Chief Snyder didn't say, how many times have you jumped out of a plane, Zach?
18 times.
Yeah, he was in the military and served overseas, and so a lot of experience.
I was going to say, we won't have any planes for you, but after the fire out by the fairgrounds, we had a couple airplanes there to help, so congratulations, and congratulations to your family.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Amended 2026 holiday schedule, Annette Leffler. And I apologize, this is on me, but I missed a couple of dates for election at the last approval.
That is not true. I did, it was missed by me. I neglected to add the election days on because it wasn't a presidential election, it wasn't a city election, so it just wasn't in my site. So we'd like to add a primary election day and then the actual election day on, on May 5th and then on November 3rd. Both of them are Tuesdays, so that will also affect our Board of Works schedule. So I wanted to give you that heads up before you consider it.
And these are midterm elections as well as county elections, so again,
It is a state holiday also.
yes.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
And so then, in addition, I need to amend our meeting schedule so that on those 2 days, our meeting will be the next day on a Wednesday. Council will still meet that Monday night, and there'll be no meetings on Tuesday. We will meet those 2 days on Wednesday morning.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thanks, Board.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For leases, code engineering,
I can take these.
clerk treasurer.
The board already approved in September, I don't know the exact date, I'm sorry, and I didn't look that up, the 2026 lease schedule for Enterprise citywide, and on that were these 4 leases. To procure these in time to, I don't want to say get rid of the other cars, but that's what I'm going to say, get rid of the current leases and obtain these new cars from Enterprise. I already had to sign the leases since the board approved. I just want it noted in the record that these are the 4 vehicles. 3 are for code, 1 is for engineering department.
Motion.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know
Need
if
a
you want to know what
motion
they
or
are. They're
anything
Nissan Kicks. They're a lower cost, but they're all-wheel drive. Anyway,
Motion to approve?
thank you.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Craig Phillips.
Thank you. I have a request for approval of a general services contract with Carner Blue Consulting for the 2026 calendar year. This is, I guess if you will, a renewal of an existing contract that we currently have in 2025 with Carner Blue. You all may be familiar with the work that Tina Rogers with Carner Blue Consulting has done with us on many fronts with regard to grants. She's been successful in helping us apply for and secure READY grants as well as EDA grants for the Boyd Boulevard Stormwater Project. And we have ongoing work related to all those grants. We have been awarded one READY grant, actually 2 READY grants. I can't talk about the details of the second one quite yet, but also the EDA grant. And so she's been very instrumental and incredibly helpful to us as almost like a member of our staff, honestly, helping us with these things. And I have the funds available in my department budget to handle the professional services fees related to this. I would ask for an initial approval of this contract with the idea of basically an initial $5,000 being approved as part of this as well, so that I can continue to move forward with some important work that I need to do in the early part of the year with Tina to continue the additional information that needs to be submitted for the READY grants.
And I'm not sure what Mr. Phillips can share and can't, but I think
That's
it's
why I
already.
was careful about what I said
If it can
there.
it's already paid off.
It has, absolutely, yes.
Oh, yes.
Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
So the 5,000, that's the not to exceed?
For now, yes.
For now?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll be back to you if I need to increase that, but I have the money available in my budget.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Revised quotes for vestibule heat. Mr. Minnick.
We solicited quotes for an emergency repair of the vestibule heat down in the kind of engineering entrance. That area is tied to our boiler area, and really we needed to make sure that was fixed. Safety, having people coming up and down the stairs there and everything. We did have this executed by clerk treasurer. It's over my signing authority. It was within hers. So it says kind of retroactive, but it was an emergency situation that we really needed to address with the weather.
Thank you for doing that so quickly. Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Review of Soldiers Memorial Well Field Phase 2 bids. Nick Otis.
Yes, I'd like to ask Howard to come up and present on this.
Good morning. I'm Howard Jones with Nice Engineering. This is Soldiers Memorial Raw Water Main Project Phase 2, which is around about 5,000 feet of 18-inch raw water main that'll connect our soldiers' wells that are in the process of being installed, and it finishes that connection to the water plant. So Central, a little bit of Hawthorne, and Lake Street. We received bids from 4 bidders: New Tech Corp, H&G Underground, Grimmer Construction, and HRP. And the apparent low bidder was New Tech Corp. But we are going to recommend that their bids be dismissed based on the fact that they didn't present sufficient experience in the type of construction that's involved here. And our specs do state that bidders must present experience in the type of work that's being done. And their experience presented was mainly concrete work. This is underground water, and we think it's going to be a complex job. We had to rebid it once because the bids came in very high, and we had contractors who seemed to be nervous about what we have to do here. Especially along Lake Street, it's going to be tight. This is big main, and there's a lot of things that are going to have to be missed. You hate doing this because you love seeing a new contractor. You want to encourage them. We know they go through a lot of work, but it's our recommendation that we dismiss their bid and go to the next lowest bid, which was H&G Underground, and their bid was in the amount of $2,159,879 and change, which was about $300,000 less than the engineer's estimate.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. And this other firm, where were they from?
They are local. I think they're Michigan City. And we'd love, you know, we would encourage them to bid on other work. And if work that better fits the skill set that they present.
One of the other issues too is so that line coming into the Lake Street plant is going to be in real close proximity to our 1.3 million gallon clear well out front, and just makes us a little nervous.
It makes us nervous whoever's doing it.
Yeah. So we just want experienced contractors on this job. It's a little tricky work, and like Howard stated, it's still within our engineering estimate, which we have budgeted for and money on hand for.
So have we had New Tech do anything before?
No.
Are you aware of them having done anything remotely? I mean, outside of what they submitted, is there any knowledge of them having done anything
I know
like
they
this
did
before?
some renovations at the county complex,
Yeah.
I think
And
after their flood,
concrete work, building reconstruction.
carpenter work.
But nothing that included underground. And this, you know, this will be a directional bore. It's a tough activity to get right.
Mayor, if I could, just so we have the record clear on this, never take it lightly when you don't accept the lowest bidder. I just want to make sure the record is clear on it. So when you're reviewing bids, you take the lowest responsible and responsive bidder. And if the board decides not to go with the lowest bid, you've got to basically, identify that in the record, why you've rejected that. And I just statutorily want to give you the factors, which Howard has addressed and our team has addressed here, but I just want to make sure it's clear. So there's responsiveness and responsible bidder. So a bidder is responsive. The board may consider the following factors: whether the bidder has submitted a bid or a quote that conforms in all material respects to the specifications, whether the bidder has submitted a bid that complies specifically with the invitation to bid and the instructions to the bidders, whether the bidder has complied with all applicable statutes, ordinances, resolutions, or rules pertaining to the award of the contract. Additionally, in determining whether a bidder is a responsible bidder, the board may consider the following factors: the ability and capacity of the bidder to perform the work, the integrity, character, and reputation of the bidder, the competence and experience of the bidder. Okay, so I think there's been, I'm not an expert in this area. I'm relying obviously on what Mr. Warner say and what Mr. Jones say here, that it doesn't, that the evidence isn't there that the lowest bidder has the capacity or the ability to perform this work, and not knocking their integrity, character. No issue with that. It's just there's not a history here based off of what's been presented that they can complete this job. It's a very all of the work, any work is important, but we're talking about a new well field here, and that's a big deal for our community. You want to make sure it's done right by somebody with experience doing it.
So certainly familiar with the H&G name, and I can't recall H&G Underground if we've done anything with them before, but I assume even given the challenging project that you're very comfortable with H&G Underground?
They do a lot of directional bore work, and they're local.
They've done a great deal of work for wastewater and always been responsible, always done good work.
They definitely have the history of completing projects similar to this, that the other contractor does not.
So does this discussion suffice?
Yeah, I think so, and again, I think Mr. Jones explained just that partially the bid wasn't complete in the sense they didn't submit prior work in this type of specific work as well. Is that correct?
They didn't present specific experience for this construction type.
And Mr. Warner, and again, I'm just making sure the record's clear. Can you just explain what's the difference between laying concrete and doing this type of work?
Yeah.
I'm a lawyer, not an engineer, right?
So there's two alternate bids, or a main bid and alternate bid, and we would like to see that board in. That's restoration costs are lower, not tearing up as much asphalt and stuff like that. So being a contractor that can put that 18-inch pipe into the ground, stay away from other utilities, do as least amount of damage to property around, and still be able to secure our water plant, the stored clear water we have out front. It is a big deal. It's a huge project, and it's very large pipe that they're pulling. I know you see the boring crews around town pulling like 1-inch or 2-inch lines. This is an 18-inch main that they'll be pulling. It's a huge project, and I think their foot per pricing is kind of worried us too. It was
For the direct bury.
yeah. So we just, like I said, I know it's a tough decision. We hope that New Tech would bid on some smaller jobs for us when they come up. That way we can, test our abilities. This is just a huge job to, for lack of better terms, cut your teeth on underground work.
We do have a motion and a sec. Further comments from the board only? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. I do see we do have, I want to make sure we get everything on the record. We do have one message, Mr. Plant, who follows us quite a bit, Jeff Plant. Now, last night, he said we had 2,400 homes available for sale.
He
in
said
LaPorte
2,500
Or 2,500.
in LaPorte County.
Which is somewhat
There's
funny.
About 300 or 400 available in the whole county.
That makes more sense.
Yeah,
And I do want to.
400 in the whole county, 300 or 400? Okay.
correct.
He says we have 2,500, so we don't need homes. But he did say not knowing all the contracts when doing an annexation shows a complete lack of brains with Mayor Tom. So Jeff, I appreciate that, your honesty, administration and the people around him. Mayor Tom surrounds himself. When will all the stupids stop? Great work, Mr. Otis. Have a nice day. So we do want to wish Mr. Plant Merry Christmas and have a great holiday. Also Friday is the mayor's ring off. Michigan City and LaPorte. Obviously, there was controversy last year as we won again and have not lost. So I would encourage everybody between 8, I believe, and 6.
9.
Or 9 and 5 to donate to the Salvation Army. I'll tell you what, and being on the Salvation Army board, they do such a great thing. They're up in over 750 backpack programs for kids, that kids take the food home on a Friday. I know funding is becoming short, not only for the end of the year, but for all of the school year next year. So Salvation Army not only needs for the holiday season for families, but they need to make sure that they have funding to continue on the backpack program in the future. So please open your hearts, open your checkbook, and let's see what we can do to really make a difference, because I know they were down to roughly $15,000 for the entire program, for the backpack program, and that barely gets you through just over maybe a month. So we need everybody to pitch in. Those are our kids in our community, and I'll be right out here of City Hall that you can stop by, drive by. I'll be in the middle of the road, and
On Friday?
on Friday you can
Oh,
drop off some funds.
middle of the road?
Drive by Mr. Plant. If I'm out there, he can drive a check by as well. So, but Merry Christmas to all. Happy holidays. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Enjoy your day.